Just looking here, what are your early memories of family?
Oh, I had thought that if these people weren't my family, then I wouldn't love them. I was 3 years old and Dad was sitting deep back in a big floral armchair and Mum was sitting on the side of it. And they told me I was adopted. And I asked what that meant, and they said that I'd been given up for adoption. And I didn't quite know what was going on, but I knew that I didn't have my mummy, you know. Where was my mummy? And then they left the room. They sort of left me with it. I don't remember being held or hugged or comforted in any way. I wanted to find my mummy because I wasn't happy, and mummy became the love that I felt was missing. The legal papers of adoption on the 16th of June 1952. I did feel a shame around it. Why was I given up? What was wrong with me? Once I was making my own way in life, I just put out to the adoptions register. You could put your name down, and if your birth parent put their name down as well, they would match you up. I regret there's no other information available. So that told me that my mum hadn't put her name on the register at that time. So that was in '83, so I was 31. I was teaching. I'd done my uni degree and done a dip ed. I went to a fair one day and I was walking through and I was taken by some crafts, and the person who was selling them was one of my former best friends from school. And G was there as well, who was the leader of the group. And he said, "Why don't you invite your nice friend around for dinner?" He lent me a book which felt like a coming home for me. It was In Search of the Miraculous. I really loved the ideas in it about essence and personality, and I think this is where it twinned in a lot with my adoption. And I trusted this friend of mine and started going to meetings. The group was based on the teachings of Gurdjieff. The group appealed to me for a couple of different reasons. I felt I'd found the truth in terms of esoteric knowledge. It was like an extended family. It felt unconditional in terms of acceptance of me as a person, and I hadn't come across that before, so it was quite powerful. My relationship with G initially was just purely the ideas. I was a very good pupil, a good student. But then it gradually got more involved. And at one point I found I was pregnant, and he said, "Well, good, because nobody else would give you a baby. You know, you're in your 30s, who would want to?" When I had my firstborn, I remember holding her there and making a pledge that this man would never come between our close relationship. I had 2 children with G, and it's the most beautiful experience being a mother. Once we moved interstate, it was much more isolated. It became very negative. Something changed in the dynamic in the group, and I became very picked on. All of my faults were paraded in front of everybody, and I knew I had to leave. I knew I had to get out. And it took me a few years to plan and scheme my way out of it with my girls, but we got away. I was in the group for 24 years. And I've often said that I learnt more in the leaving than I did being in the group. Yeah. While I was still in the group, I was still looking for my mother, and then received this news that she was dead. One of the group members returning to my hometown, he got a copy of the divorce papers, just the first page, and on it it said that she had died, but that the husband continued with the divorce. And so I came to believe that my mother was dead. Once I had got away from the group, I had a light bulb moment of maybe I was lied to, and maybe my mother's still alive. So I just rang up the adoption register again and put forward my new details. And within an hour, they rang me back and said, yes, your mother would love to talk to you. When I first saw her, it was absolutely amazing. It was like things just fell into place. You know, she has a similar smile to me. Sorry. It was really wonderful. Yeah, it was really nice. And we hugged and she cried, I cried. And we talked and talked and talked. So it was good. But too late, you know, I was 50. Adoption is something I've come to terms with, and I guess in a way you come back to who you really are, who you always were. As a child, I felt vulnerable. I felt that I needed that protection or love of a mother. And I guess through my life and through things I've been through, and then becoming a mother myself, I just feel part of the universal sort of mothering type, really. I'm really excited about becoming a grandmother. I have a feeling that I will have a very fierce love for this new child coming into our family.